Alright, now to talk about The Flash. Really, I don't know, I'm torn about it. The Good Dinosaur was a really good episode. I did enjoy it, but I don't know, I wanted there to be more consequence to him going into the Speed Force. Um, oh yeah, I'll put it in the description, but this is going to be full of spoilers if you haven't seen the last two episodes of The Flash. Now, the season finale is tomorrow. It basically looks like Zoom's trying to get him into a foot race to power up a machine of some kind. So that's about as spoilerish as I can get with the knowledge that's out there for tomorrow's episode. But I hope it's good. Now, again, back to the Good Dinosaur, and then I can't remember what the episode after that was called, but to get into that as well. Um, there was a few little nitpicky points that I have, and it's not really anything to do with the show itself. It's I'm not sure where the foible lies in this, but the fact that they had that guy's body in the basement, in the morgue, I guess they have a morgue, but for that long, just it kind of bothered me. I don't know. You think he would be like rotten flesh by now, but I guess they have him in a cooler. But why would they keep him? That's what I don't get it. I mean, Evil Wells or Eobard Thawne or whatever the hell his name was, he's been gone for quite a while on the show, hasn't he? I just don't understand why they kept the body downstairs. I mean, it made for a plot point. You got to see zombie knockoff Colossus stomp his way around town. I mean, in the very first episode he was in, I was really rooting for him to get for the Flash to get him. I mean, because he was a big jerk. In this one, he's just as brainless almost. I mean, like he's a zombie walking around. But it was really awesome to see that Jason Mewes cameo. Loved that. My mom's car. Right after he finished telling his girl that he was with that it was his car. That was just perfect. Really well done. Now, back to Barry being in the Speed Force, I'm not quite sure, because he's in the Speed Force, yet he seems to be talking to the Speed Force. So I'm going to claim a little victory in the fact that I think, yes, the Speed Force was sentient, but I'm not sure exactly if, like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's very meta and hard to explain. Now, I did enjoy the next episode, or I could be messing things up and running two episodes together in my head, not sure, but killing his father was really interesting. I thought that was, I mean, well, Zoom is nuts, and Zoom seems to think he's got some sort of weird kinship with Barry as well, because, oh yeah, we both had parents that died. Then Zoom realizes, oh, you didn't get to watch your mom die, so I'll do you a solid, and I'll let you watch your dad die instead, right? And then we'll be the same. It's like, super villains, like, there needs to be some sort of super psychologist for these people because just their logic makes no sense. Just some like a Siri for supervillains. Should I say this? I don't think so. That proves that you have some sort of mental illness. I mean, who doesn't, I guess, nowadays. But I don't know. I'm really hoping that the season finale is good tomorrow. Um, I don't think it will be bad. I don't think I won't enjoy it, but I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I was kind of on the fence about it. But I'm glad that Kevin Smith is coming back for a season three episode to direct it, so that should be good. Um, I've watched a lot of Kevin Smith videos about it. He's nothing but praise for the people on the show, and that stands to reason. They're a really good cast. I mean, the good thing about the Good Dinosaur, it was really emotional seeing him talk to um, Joe first, Speed Force Joe, then Speed Force Dad, and then Speed Force Mom, and or no, so then Speed Force Iris, and then Speed Force Dad, and then Speed Force Mom. Well, that's the thing that really made me wonder though. Was that he? You weren't sure if that was actually his mom's spirit somehow, or if it was the Speed Force, because even the Speed Force was really vague about it, which kind of annoyed me. I'm like, come on, you've got him in another dimension. Can't you be a little bit more direct? Just a little bit. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And the other thing that I thought would have been a really, really cool inclusion that they didn't include, but I thought it would have been really cool if we had seen signs of other speedsters in the Speed Force already. Specifically, the one that OD'd on Velocity 9. She disappeared into blue flecks, and to me that means she became one with the Speed Force, which means he should have seen some sort of image of her maybe in there. That would have been cool. And maybe in the Speed Force, considering the Speed Force did specifically say to him, I've existed since the beginning of time, and I will exist until the end of time. So what that means is, while he was in the Speed Force, I almost think he should have caught glimpses of the future. That would have been cool. Now, and I don't know, I know my theory about him coming back out of the Speed Force, and like 10 years have gone by, and like Wally West is the new speedster, Jesse is a speedster as well, but I honestly would have expected her to go back to Earth too, and been the speedster there, because they don't have a speedster anymore. The other thing that I'm a little bit unclear about is Jay. Now, Jay that they knew wasn't really Jay the entire time. It was Hunter Zolomon pretending to be Jay. I'm not quite sure about that. That's the only thing I'm a little bit on the fence about. I'm not sure if that was always the way it was, or if he was actually Jay and was killed by Zoom and replaced by him, or yeah, I'm not quite sure. That's a little confusing. I might have to go back and rewatch some episodes, which is not like I don't do a lot, but yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really hoping this next episode. The other thing I'm really hoping for too is I really hope that maybe while he was in the Speed Force, because they haven't said anything yet, I have read in a few reviews that a few people agree with me on this one, is I really hope that he did get some sort of speed upgrade. Now, in the episode after he comes back, they haven't said anything about it, so I'm a little confused. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, because he was in the Speed Force. There's not many speedsters, as far as I know anyways, that have, well, other than Barry, even in the comic book, he was actually in the Speed Force. This is a little bit of a stretch here for people who don't know comics, but from what I know, they actually managed to trap, because they did the multiverse in the comic books as well, of course, but in one of the comics, Superboy Prime kind of goes crazy and starts killing everyone, and he's very powerful being Kryptonian on Earth, right? And they actually managed to trap him in the Speed Force, because I believe it's when Barry is technically dead in the comics at this point, and Wally is actually the full-on Flash of the main universe. But as they're trying to draw Superboy into the Speed Force, you actually see Barry come out of the Speed Force and grab Superboy and pull him in. And I was like, yeah, that sounds so cool. Now, I don't know if they'll manage to get anywhere near that on this TV show, and I don't expect them to, but it would be really cool if they did. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try and start making these videos maybe a little bit more regularly. Went through a little bit of a, I don't know, I don't want to call it a rough time, but life sucks. Sometimes you feel like putting on a helmet, sometimes you don't. And the past couple of weeks, I just haven't really felt anywhere near the amount of charisma I needed to be able to make one of these videos. But I'm gonna try and do it more. Yeah, I hope everyone that watches. I mean, I haven't had a lot of views yet, but that's totally okay. The fact that anyone at all is watching me, I'm really thankful, and I'm hope I'm not making too much of an ass out of myself here. But anyways, this has been kind of a belated review of the past two episodes of The Flash, and tomorrow is the season finale, so here's hoping. Everyone, I'll be watching, and I bet you will be too. Okay, take it easy, everyone. Awkward Hairy Shoulders out.